Hey, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com, and I want to take just a quick look at some of these Chinese stocks. They had big monster rallies today. This is a weekly chart. If you look at the daily chart, you can see the FXI was basically going straight to hell in a hurry, and it had just been, declining a bit, and then it looked like maybe it's going to form some kind of a base here, though everything was still drifting lower. And then, wham, this thing really started to get crushed. I don't know if that's because of the big COVID outbreak, deserved, or what, but we got to a point yesterday where there was a gap down and then a higher close, which is the first time that it's happened in a while. It has happened. Here's one. Actually, this was a gap up and a higher close. So, this was a kind of a rare thing in this kind of market, and so you want to be ready for this kind of move. But the thing is, if you just look at the daily chart, in my view, you're going to kind of miss the action, and here's why. Because on the weekly chart, this looks entirely different. So that's, in my view, what you want to look at are these weekly charts. So we'll look at a couple more of these. When you look at the weekly charts, you don't get the sense that these have gone up, quote, too much. You look at the daily charts, this is a pretty big move that you almost want to sell into, and maybe that's the way to go. But when I look at the weekly chart, it looks to me like this is a capitulation low. That's really what I'm looking at is, you get all these lows where you get all these sell-offs, and then there's a little rally, and then they sell again. And then there's a little rally, and they sell again. Because they're little sell-offs, they're not these big whooshes that brings bottoms. Well, this was kind of the big whoosh into this week, basically up until today, just lower and lower and lower, and this stuff isn't going to zero, not going to zero. So at some point, you're going to get some kind of catalyst. It's typically a news catalyst on something like this, but every once in a while, it's just purely technical. You'll get some kind of a catalyst that comes out and causes the shorts to say, oh, SHIT, I think I held my SHORT a little bit too long, and then they start covering, and then at the same time, you've got not the dip buyers, but the disaster buyers who are going, okay, finally I got confirmation that things can't get any worse. And when they can't get any worse, means they're probably going to get better, buy them. And you'll see the same thing with BABA and Baidu. Things got really, really overheated on the downside. So anyway, these are just the stocks that I want you to check out and stuff that we covered today in Stock Market Mentor. And what I would suggest doing, just giving you the heads up, if you're not a member or haven't tried Stock Market Mentor, give it a try, because between me and Scott McGregor, who also does strategy sessions, we're really keeping people on the right side of the market. Our members are making money, mostly. Some aren't. But I want you to at least try to get in that group. I promise you it'll be time well spent. I'll see you next time.